boss.
STORJ, STORJ. Let's check that one out real quick.
Like a boss.
Again, if you guys aren't familiar, the method we are using is called the boss method. It is comprised of 3 simple moving averages. The white line is a 7, the blue line is a 77, and the columns are a 231. The length that we use for each candle is 343 minutes. If you have a free account, you can use a 4-hour. It works just fine. And even when we do that, we can see that STORJ is looking pretty good. It might have a little bit of a cool down here. A lot of charts look like this actually, to where, you know, we can kind of see that that 77 wants to take a break. It's definitely not looking as strong as it did before. One of the things you can think about when a chart breaks out, it does it in waves. So that's like wave 1. This is wave 2. And now it's working on wave 3, right? If you know Elliott waves, you know that the maximum we can have in any given extension is 5 waves. Most traditionally, we only get about 3. And so what this means, what I can see inside of STORJ, is that it's slowing down, it's cooling down, and now may be a good time to look at taking some of your money away, right? And looking to buy back in at a better price. You know, another thing you can do looking at this chart is really put in a few lines of support. So that will be one right there. And it confirms all the way back here. You can see how clean these things just happen when you know where to put them. So that is where I think when we drop, where we would be going to. How do I know we're going to drop? Because when you turn on the 21 day, the 21 day is under the 77. So some of this quick momentum is already dying or slowing down, so to speak, from the inside. You do have a lot of support, right, coming from the 77 and the 231. So it's still in a general uptrend. I just think a lot of these charts may take a break over the next week or so when Bitcoin rebounds. I do not think Bitcoin is in a downtrend. I thought it was going to break out earlier, but it looks like it's taking a little break, giving these altcoins a chance to just get a little bit of money so it could really just come right back, right? So I don't think this is going to be a huge breakout, even if you look at it as a, continuation pattern. If we throw up some cycle lines here, let's do this intersection to that intersection. We're going to have another major moment right here, right? And the way we did that was we basically just took the red and the white, the 7 and the 21. And again, normally I don't use the 21, but since we're talking about interquartile day trading, essentially trying to time up our landing, that's why I turned the 21 day on, so we could get a few more intersections in here to anchor our logic in between. And so I'll put these intersections kind of in red so we know that they stand out and they're anchored in the 21 day. So when we do our cyclic lines right there, we can see that we have a major moment coming up right here to where ultimately what's going to happen, we need to make a decision. We're either going to break out or we're going to break down. And that, just given all this area that we have, all this, nice area in there, we had a ceiling that was confirmed over here, ceiling. So normally you need to go down at least one time and confirm it as the floor. So I would look to buy STORJ at 10.5. If you don't have it and you want to roll the dice with it, put a limit buy in between 11.5 and 10.5, and that will basically lock you in for the next round of money that should be happening before the end of January, right? So that's STORJ. That's a pretty in-depth analysis, you know, on a nice little chart, 4-hour chart. Again, bossofbitcoin.com. If you're just getting started and you're looking to get some, you know, resources in the crypto game, I'm gonna publish this one on my page as well for TradingView. If you want to follow me on TradingView, feel free to do that. My screen name on there, let's check it out, is BD Kelly 1203. So I'm gonna just write this one down real quick, and I'll make sure I publish it to my page as soon as we're done with this video. Somebody said, how can they learn the boss method? All you need to do in order to do that, click on that description in the playlist. It's called Chart Like a Boss. That is going to open up a playlist I put together for you specifically for learning out how to make some money. This is it right here. You watch the first couple episodes in this playlist, especially that one right there, the boss method explained. I just had an amazing conversation with a guy over in the UK, and I'm actually going to rewatch this video myself to try to see some of the energy I was pulled into when I was given this presentation. So there you go. Bossofbitcoin.com if you want a few crypto resources, Chart Like a Boss, just to get some free videos and some insight and knowledge into the method, and then tradingview.com to put it into action on the charts, right? And one more, let's see, waves. I saw somebody say waves. Actually, yeah, let's do waves. WAVES. I haven't looked at waves in quite some time. So waves and STORJ are two charts. And again, guys, if you haven't done it already, just jump in the Facebook group right here. Share this post that's pinned to the top. I'll go ahead and clear the board. That way, if any new people joined, you can go ahead and get on in before we pick a winner. Answered all questions. There you go. Right. So you share that post right there at the top. And then I'm picking a winner as soon as we get done with this chart right here. Waves. What do we got? Nice wavy cycle. I can tell you that. You see what I did there? Did you catch it? You picking up what I'm putting down? Wow, this is nice. This is a decent little turnaround. Let's see how low we are. First thing you look for, again, guys, first thing you want to see in any given cycle, breakout, breakdown, flatline. And so I'm going to generalize the energy, but we can basically see breakout, breakdown, flatline, right? You had a few micro cycles in there where you did something like that, breakout, breakdown, flatline, you know, breakout, breakdown, flatline. But when you generalize it, as long as you can, you know, pinpoint the moments in the chart where the 77-day moving average broke out above the columns, basically that moment in time when that blue went above that columns, that's really all you need. So let's go ahead and look at waves a little bit. You know, first thing we see, we'll just put it right there, and right there, right? Those are kind of like the major points of the chart. Maybe one more right there where we kind of tried to make some money, but we just weren't ready, right? We'll just put this at the top. So if we wanted to get a scale of how this is working, we can do a Fibonacci like that, line it up straight to the top, and we see we get confirmation right here that this breakdown point was basically halfway down our entire cycle, you know, basically split it down the middle. You can see it's literally like a magnet pulling, you know, both sides of that line back into it. And down here is a little interesting. This was a little bit of an oversell, I want to say, up under the 786. I don't necessarily like that, but let's see if we can try to make some sense of it off of another one. All right, so what I did there is I basically took another Fibonacci. This is a Fibonacci extension on a down trend. Don't too many YouTubers know how to execute that move, but I do. To see that we have 2 points right there, A, B, and we basically bottomed out right there between the 4.2 and the 4.6. We caught our breath, you know, in between, and now, you know, we're basically living in between this new channel, right in between the green lines, right? This is a wide cycle, you guys. So what it shows me is it's a varying cycle. Waves is very wavy. You see that? So now you're literally living inside this energy range right here until we make a major move. What does a major move look like? Well, it's either below 66 or above 101, right? That's a pretty big range. Anything other than that, I would say is pure speculation. This thing is in between cycles. It's not necessarily strong either way. I don't expect this little run here to hold, so you can expect to come back down, you know, just like every other chart right now, and to catch somewhere right on top of that 231. So if you were looking to buy this thing, honestly, I don't think it's a strong buy right now, mainly because it's, you know, just kind of sitting sideways, not really decided either way, but maybe something around 75, a limit buy around 75 would probably almost be guaranteed to make you some money as it pulls up and looks to continue this uptrend. So let's say you were able to snag it down there at 75 and it goes back up to the green. You can jump out of it for a 34% gain pretty quickly, right? I don't think it would take that long to fill. Probably only take, you know, a couple days, a couple weeks on the next bull run. So yeah, it's definitely in between cycles, definitely wavy, right? But still not a bad trade nonetheless. If you can buy it down there and you just want to hold it for the long term, let's see what that looks like for you. We do something like this, boom, 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 boom. If we continue to go up, then you would be looking at that 50% in about 2 months, a little over 2 months, 2.5 months. There you go. Not a bad coin. If you like the platform, then, you know, hopefully it helps. There you go. Again, bossofbitcoin.com for more crypto resources. Chart like a boss to get the in-depth video analysis on this and many, many more trades as well. And lastly, the #1 Bitcoin group in the world. I'm coming back to this thing in 30 seconds. So if you want to earn some free Ethereum, now is your chance. Last call. Here we go.
Like a boss. Huh?